Hey guys, wanted to share a quick video with you. This is the Project Black Hole that you're staring at here. And obviously we had a little bit of a head gasket issue. There's a video that we're compiling on that as we fix the problem. And this is more of a project of opportunity than anything else. So we've been running a Hamilton 188-220 in this truck. And because we're decking the head and we need a little bit of extra piston to valve clearance, plus, the purpose of this truck is really, daily driver, tow truck. It's under 1,000 horsepower. We realized that we may have gone a little bit prematurely to a big cam. Now, some of you will say, well, that 188-220 is not big, but it is as big as we really can go with a drop-in cam. And that's what I mean by big. It's big for a daily driver that, sees street duty. Now, logged 25,000 miles with the Hamilton 188-220 in here. So, and towed lots of heavy stuff. So don't send me hate mail or anything telling me, oh, you just don't know how to do it. Well, I've been there, done that. We're just toying around with stuff. We like to see what makes it run the best. And so we decided while we had the truck down, we go ahead and pull the 188-220 out and swap a stock cam back in. Obviously, we had to tap it for a retainer there, which is a different video that we'll be sharing in case any of y'all need little tips and hacks on that. But this is focused on the cam gear. So obviously, we pulled the cam gear off and not too much of an issue there. Hydraulic press. Getting the gears on, generally people either use a torch to heat the gear or they stick the gear in an oven and then they chill the camshaft. And that's typically how people get the gear back on. This guy, I followed my standard procedure of chilling the cam and heating the gear, but it only went about halfway on. Now, these camshafts are keyed, so don't worry about getting that off. You just line it up with the keyway when you're putting it all back together. But this guy got about halfway on, and then he stopped. Now, I don't have an oven big enough down here to shove the whole cam in, and I bet other people don't. And I'm not, while we do use a lot of acetylene around here for heating things up, I really wasn't in love with the idea of heating my gear up. I didn't have our laser thermometer with us, and I just didn't want to risk it. So I looked for better options, and that's where I came up with the little hack that I want to share with you today. So if you're putting a cam gear on and you get stuck, or if you don't have access to a big oven, but you still want even heat on it, I found, get ready for it, instead of a torch, I used my cheapo Harbor Freight heat gun. And I was blown away at how well it worked. I did even circular motions the whole time. It took a while. I'm a patient person. You got to have patience with these things. And I just kept looping it in a circle. And then I would work certain spots that had a little more mass to it, just a little bit more, and then I'd do more loops, and I heated the gear evenly. And guys, I want to tell you, if you're in a pinch and you don't have an oven that's big enough and it stops, where you're easily able to tap it on there, or even before you get the project started, go grab a little heat gun and see if that doesn't help you get this done. I like the heat gun versus the torch because, it's blowing air across the elements to get the heat. So it was spreading the heat out. I got great even heat all across the face of the gear, and I felt very comfortable with it. So I'm going to throw a link up in the bottom of that in case y'all are watching this and you want to grab one off of Amazon or something. You can use my little affiliate link down there. They're not super expensive or anything, but it is a great tool, and I found yet another use for it while putting my cam gear on because I was able to heat it up. I got it where it was too hot to hold on to, which was about the way it was coming out of the oven. So I was shooting for about 200 and 75 degrees, 300 degrees, somewhere right around in there. And I was able to just tap it back down. I hope that helps somebody else out. Please, if you have any other questions about doing this, if I missed something, go ahead and just leave it in the comments section. Thanks so much.